do it at a certain time of the year when Mars is closest to the Earth as possible. I think colonizing is going to be harder than they think. That is a fucking desert planet. I get it. You melt the ice caps. You you create fucking greenhouse areas.
Gas.
You slowly populate. I get it. I just don't think the result that they want is what they're going to get. Do they not think that asteroids don't hit Mars? You know, it hits Mars more than it hits Earth. I
Oh, of
don't know.
course. I mean, colonizing a whole different planet is. I mean, I'm probably giving my time window is probably way progressive, but you know, they'll have a manned space flight. Man, woman, man. I don't know. They're gonna fly a bunch of fucking people to Mars.
Well, yeah, they said they're
It'll
going to fly
happen.
2 people and resources every 4 to 6 months or something like that. I don't know. So they're going to be flying shit to Mars to help out, like resources, food, shit like that. It's not like they're going to have to literally survive like caveman, but
Well, look at this, okay? Look how far we've come in. Okay. Well, I'm not counting the last 2 centuries, like
well,
last 20 years.
yeah, but
That's whatever.
if you compare those old ages to now, I don't think that even matters. I think what matters is the technology that we have now, which means that we move even faster. Like back then, we started with nothing, right? Now we're starting with all this fucking technology. I think we should be advancing faster than we are now, to be honest. Or we
Yeah,
are. They just don't want to let China know.
well, I mean, the problem is that technology is not going to be for consumer use anyway, right? So even if there was, like, look at 3D printing. Have you seen 3D printers? They can build a whole house in 2 days.
Yeah, I know, that's crazy. Hold on, just give me a sec, actually.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Alrighty, there we go.
But no, I mean look at it this way. Look how far we've come in 100 years.
Yeah.
Right? We've created modern aeronautics. We've gone to the moon. We've created flight. Right? We've created the nuclear bomb. We split the atom. You know, we created the modern internet, or what would become the modern internet. Right?
Yeah.
Telecommunications has expanded by leaps and bounds. Um, you know, we're in the gigabits per second, right? I remember first internet connection that we had at the house in Burlington was 1 megabit a second,
Oh.
and now we're in the gigabits per second, right? Like just to give you an idea of the difference, like that's basically like a football field worth of data.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's just per person on this planet, if not more than that, right? So the average person consumes anywhere to between 2 to 300 gigabits a month, right? So you have every human being on this planet is going through terabytes of data every month.
Yeah, that's
Terabytes
crazy.
of data being ones and zeros, right? Ones and zeros. So that's all ones and zeros. That's enough to fill, like, Jesus Christ. That's enough to fill our ocean like 10 times over.
Damn.
Okay, and that's every year we're going through that much data, right? In a worldwide, like, Jesus Christ, I'm not even accounting for the world. Like it's the limitations of modern technology, like you alluded to already, right? You know, like, this is the one thing that I've always found interesting is the technology that you see in movies always becomes a real thing.
Yeah. That's
Like,
because
you
they
know what I
probably
mean?
already
Like,
have it.
yeah, like in Star Trek when they would walk onto the deck and the doors would go
Yeah.
and they would open on their own. Yeah, there was actually people on either side of the door pulling them open. Okay, now me and you, we walk into a fucking grocery store or something like that, and the doors go boom, and they open on
Doo-doo.
their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to remember how big of a fucking deal that would have been. Okay, that was a big fucking deal. If you were born in the 40s or 50s, the second you walked into a store and the fucking doors open on their own, what? You know what I mean? People are like, holy fuck. Like, this is something straight out of fucking, like, Star Trek, right? Like, voice communicators.
Well,
Like,
that
you could
was
just
like,
wireless.
I'm trying to figure out the name. I know it every fucking time. I'm drawing a blank right now. But that was like that one story of the two soldiers were told to um, go see like what was going on in the middle of the woods. So they went, and they claimed to. I think when they got close to it, I'm trying to remember pinpoint here, but when they got close to it, I think what happened is one of them put their hand on the ship. It was like they said it was like a weird like metal like triangular ship that was just sitting there. And I guess
Oh,
when he
yeah, I
put his
remember that,
hand on
yeah.
it, yeah, it engraved a message into his head with the 010. I fucking forget the name of that shit. Um,
Yeah, so
Bionum.
that's
Fuck.
binary.
Yeah, binary code.
Binary
Yeah,
language.
and then
Yes.
he had it ingrained to his head for so many years that finally he just wrote it down on paper, and apparently it was an actual message.
Yeah.
And it was weird because these people they weren't trained in that shit. They're not scientists. People don't understand binary code. It's a universal
No,
language.
back
I'm pretty
then,
sure, but
in computing it is, but you have to remember, modern day programming didn't become a real thing until well, I mean, that's computer engineering, computer science. I mean, everybody and their mother knows what binary is now, but you have to remember in the 30s and 40s and shit like that, like, unless you were an engineer or a programmer or a mathematician, you know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people knew what that fucking was, right?
exactly.
I mean, I don't know when that happened, because if it happened like in the 40s, 50s, or 60s, binary existed.
Yeah.
So if he had a message like that and one's encoded and one's in zeros, they could have decoded it.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it all depends. But I mean, you know what's interesting to me, and people are like completely blowing past this fact? Fucking aliens. Like, nobody's acknowledging the fact that, like, the United States government just keeps coming out with more and more shit about aliens.
So there's actually
They're just
proof
like, yeah,
that proves your point. Actually, Roswell. Okay, when it happened, they said that technology and science literally jumped 50 to 100 years within that year after that so-called Roswell crash. I think, what did they say? Computer chips were invented at that exact time. Computer chips started. So that right there is what makes me think that's where our technology has come from. We're not smart. We're still fucking cave people. We just stole other people's
Oh,
shit.
yeah. We're the youngest species. We're this is the thing that people don't understand, and they don't seem to understand about human beings, is we're relatively young.
Yep.
We're relatively young. The modern human, okay, dude, 100 years ago, we were still fucking wiping our ass with fucking leaves.
Yeah.
Okay? 100 years ago. 100 years ago, there was no such thing as modern plumbing. All right? So you know what you wanted to do when you took a shit? You shit in a fucking bowl.
Yeah.
100 years ago. So tell me how 100 years ago we were shitting in our hands like fucking savages, okay, walking around by candlelight. And now we have fucking buildings with iPads and AI and fucking God knows what else.
Yeah.
Like, we have robots. We have robots that can shoot fucking drones
Yeah.
out of their stomach, that can, like, navigate and operate in fucking zero gravity and shit like that. Come on now. Jesus Christ, the Constitution of the United States was written with a fucking quill pen.
I
Okay,
still think
like-
that they don't know how to do that. What was it? Element what? Element. Fuck! It's what
I'm not
apparent. Yeah, it's what apparently flew the spacecrafts. It was an element that Bob Lazar
It
said
doesn't
that.
exist on the periodic table.
Yeah, well, yeah. Not only did it not exist, but when he was saying it, I think it was like 5 years later, it was on the periodic table saying this is what this element is, but they don't know anything about it. They don't know how to heat it properly. They don't know how to get it to the boiling point or the freezing point to the point where it actually fuels a vehicle. Like, it's so confusing to them still. Like, mind-boggling.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at human beings as a species, right? So so the average human being only uses
10%.
It's
10%.
extremely low.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the average human being only uses 10% of the power of the human brain.
Fuck.
Okay. So even if you're at 14, even if you're at 10, or even if you're at 11, 12, 13%, you are considered a genius.
Yeah.
Like, you are genius level. Like, you are one of the guys that's like, I'm gonna create the modern steam engine.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna figure out the elements and heat and science to split the atom. Like, some of those people were the brightest minds in the world at the time, right?
Yeah.
And some of those people, maybe they're using 11%. Okay, and that's 11% of your brain's power. So there's 90% of the brain that we're not even using.
Yeah.
There's parts of the brain that just stays dormant. We haven't figured out how to unlock those parts of our brain yet. So, like, it's fascinating to me because it's like, how some people can sense things that other people can't sense.
Yeah.
How some people, their sense of smell is greater than other people. Their sense of hearing is more adept. Like, there's like takeaways for every single person, right? Like, some people lack the capacity for basic thought, while other people live a life of seclusion and solitude because they just operate at a completely different wavelength than everybody else.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a fine line between brilliance and insanity. And if you look at some of the most brilliant people in the world, some of them are the most fucked up. Like, some of them end up being the craziest fucking people you ever meet. Like, the guy, he started all the shit with, he started, like, the modern aeronautics company. They built all the bolts and fasteners and shit like that for airplanes. Howard Hughes.
Oh, okay.
Howard Hughes, okay? So Howard Hughes ended up going nuts, grew his fingernails out, like, super long, didn't bathe, said that there was, like, microbes in the air that were trying to kill him. He would spend months and months locked in a room, pissing in jugs, just, like, crazy shit. Bobby Fischer.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Fischer,
chess player.
Yeah, the guy
okay.
who built the first. He beat the first modern day supercomputer in a chess match. Okay, this guy was a modern chess master. Like, there's still moves and techniques that this guy created that are still used by modern masters even to this day. But the guy's a complete fucking wackadoodle. Like, he was completely fucking nuts, man. Like, you can easily look it up. The people who have a tendency to have a high IQ or a higher IQ than other people have the highest. You all right?
Yeah, I still haven't eaten.
A little rough.
You haven't eaten anything?
It's been like 4.5 days, I think. Fuck.
Would you just dry a heat?
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. Just a gag reflex.
Why can't... So, like, have you maybe go to the doctor, man?
Nah, it's all right. I've had this shit before.
Have you been sleeping?
Yeah, I can sleep. Sleeping's not an issue with me,
Right.
which is actually good. But like, I'll turn down joints sometimes because if I take like a hit, I may like gag on it sometimes. Like, I don't know. It's just because I obviously haven't been eating, so it's just making it worse. But I don't know.
So, a lot of the time, it seems like you have to force yourself to eat. Like, you don't get hungry. You know what I mean? Like, your brain doesn't tell you when to eat. Because so your stomach could be empty forever. right?
Yeah.
The only thing that tells a human being to eat is it's a chemical reaction in the brain.
Yeah.
So there's some people who just they lack that chemical, right? So when
What?
your stomach grumbles and you feel that pain in your stomach, our brain instantaneously connects that with hunger.
Okay,
Right?
well, I've tried to figure this out. Your theory is, I don't know, it's somewhat right, but I would have to just disagree with it because there's times where I fucking pig out. Like I can't tell you how many times we've gone to the keg and I eat a full fucking 20 ounce. By the way, 20 ounce. They don't even actually tell customers that they actually have a 20 ounce slice of prime rib. You actually have to ask for it. So I used to eat that, the potatoes. I used to have a shrimp cocktail for an appetizer. I used to eat the bread. But there's times where we can order McDonald's and I'll eat it. It just seems like there's a lot of times where I just like every time we went to her mom's house, I never ate that much. And her mom used to ask her all the time, like, how come he doesn't eat? And she's like, he just doesn't get hungry. A lot of the time, that's how it works. Even when I travel places, I can't eat for the first day or two. It's just how it works. I don't know if it's my body reacting to what maybe stress, but my mental, like for me, I don't think anything's stressful. I don't, but my body might. And I think that's the problem. I think that I've mentally sucked up and dealt with so much bullshit in the last 8 to 9 years that I truly think that my body is reacting and my mind is just too strong for it. I think my body's like, yeah, well, your mind's telling you, they suck it up, you're all right, nothing's wrong, but no, something's wrong. And I don't mean like something's really wrong. I just mean like, maybe I'm not eating properly. Maybe I'm not, which is true. So I think it's something simple. Obviously, I'm gonna try to slowly get back into that routine of eating good and that. Like I do have, I have orientation tomorrow too. So,
For what?
machine operator in the welding section.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Good job, man.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Tuesday is my first day, but tomorrow's the orientation. So I have to find steel toe shoes that I can put my foot brace in.
That's good, man. That's good. You sure you want to do that? Being on your feet and shit all day and
I have no
doing all
choice,
that
man.
shit?
I have to. I have to be active. I still think that I can do better than people that haven't had one surgery.
Yeah.
I know factory work. I get it. There's nothing that bothers me about it. It's simple.
Right.
It's just a tedious job. That's all it is. But I guess most jobs can be tedious. But
Yeah. Like, are they aware? Like, they're aware
yes.
of like.
Yes, everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good.
I'm being
'Cause
sent
then
from
they
a
can't just-
temp agency, Ramstad.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they're not gonna send you into a position where you're gonna have some fucking guy that's like, hey man, you gotta fucking move. You gotta move, and you're like, dude, I can only, fucking go so fast, right?
Yeah.
That's. I mean, you've worked in factories as much as I have. That's the bullshit you have to deal with, right?
Well, they just want you to do your job. That's it. They just want you to sit there and do what you're supposed to. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you do it as long as it gets done. But we'll see. Every factory's different, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we'll see.
How much are they paying? What's the wage now?
Actually, I think I'll find out tomorrow at orientation probably. Because I still have to fill out some of the forms for like my bank information and that. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I need a void check.
Where's the company? Like, where's the company located?
It's in Burlington. It's called Meta Canada. No, fuck. What the fuck's it called?
Meta.
Oh, Metrican. Metrican.
Metrican stamping. Oh wow, they've got like fucking three locations, man.
Yeah, in Burlington,
that's
I
like
think
super.
too.
That's like super close to you.
Well,
those locations
it's Appleby and Mainway. It's not actually close, but.
Well, I mean, regardless, man, it's a job.
Yeah.
Right, it's a job. Yep. It might not be, and I mean, like you said, right? You don't want to do you know, the office work and fucking all that tedious
I don't want to do
bullshit,
restaurant
right?
jobs. I don't want to do any of that fast food shit. I can't do it. I've been in the industry and it's I can't, man, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. You put yourself through
Yeah.
so much goddamn. Listen, people don't realize, and I've said this to people, and they get so pissy about it. But it's fucking true because I've been on both sides. Working in a restaurant in the back kitchen, just as a dishwasher, is harder than 80% of fucking jobs that I've ever had. Why? Because you never stop. Why? Because you're the last one to fucking leave. Why? Because when you get to work, no one's ever cleaned anything all day, and you have to make up for all day while the dinner rush is starting, and then catch up on the dinner rush. Like, cooks don't do that shit. Cooks don't have to do that shit. They come to work, all their stuff's already stocked up by the prep people, and they just stand online and cook. In my point of view, the dishwasher is the hardest fucking job in a restaurant. The hardest.
Yeah.
You get shit on, you get crapped on, people look at you different because of the job that you have. You have to, people like, I need cutlery, I need plates, I need pans, and they're yelling it out while you're trying to work. Like,
Yeah.
it's the most frustrating, and I think if you can do dishwashing, like when I started at Milestones, and I hated Milestones for this, I would come in at 5 o'clock, and from 11 a.m. to 5 o'clock, everything that came in was just left in the dish pit. Just left there.
Really?
Yep. So you'd have to clean all that up, sparkle it all clean all the traps out of the dishwashers, and get ready for the dinner rush that pretty much started 10 minutes after your shift started. So, yeah.
Oh.
So that's what sucks about it. No other person in the restaurant has to deal with that. Everyone comes in, everything's ready to go. Dishwasher, nope.
Yeah.
And then when you come in, they're like, oh yeah, there's 6 garbage bags out back. You got to clean the grease trap before your shift. Like, no other fucking position there is that difficult, is that hard. And the dishwasher is also the person that cleans the bathrooms, by the way. So,
What?
yep. So, you know, and people get all pissy. I'm like, man, switch shifts then. Like fuck. That's why I hated it. I was good at it though. I was like, I'm very good at multitasking. I was very good at it. I knew how to time stuff out right, but
Yeah.
you know, it sucks.
Yeah. And you didn't complain. You just did your job.
That's it. That is it.
Right? And that's the difference. That's the difference between the majority of people. Majority of people just aren't thankful that they have a job. Right?
Well, that's
Like,
what Ramstad, she
whatever-
was like, because she asked me, she's like, well, what do you think your pay is going to be? And I'm like, to be honest with you, I actually don't care about the money. I just want to be able to feel needed again. I want to work again. Like, I need this. And she's like, well, let me tell you something. She goes, you're the first person that's ever worked for the company that said that. You don't care about the money. And I'm like, I told you I'm a unique case. Like, everything's different about this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know what though? Honestly, I mean, the money can't. Money will help, right? Whether, you know, it's fucking whatever.
Ugh. It's rough.
So do you think you're stressed out about like starting work and stuff like that?
No, I just think the stress of life, when it hits to me, my body reacts, not my mind. I think that's what it is. And sometimes I don't even know what bothers me. Half the time I could just be talking about stuff that bothers me.
And it happens. Oh, I didn't move my character.
Hello, sir.
Hello, yeah, I didn't move my character, so it kicked me out.
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, there's got to be something going on, right? The stress and stuff like that, right?
Well, I think from what I experienced, like even though shit don't bother me, when I feel like when I'm talking about stuff, I feel like that's when it happens. Like I could just
What do you
be
mean?
like like for example, like just me talking about work and shit like that right there is no problem, but it ended
Hmm.
up happening. So
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with me being nervous or anything like that. I was talking about something positive and it still happened. You know, and then it just get like if I get upset and I start like the like if the like the issues like with the neighbor, if I start like telling Kayla, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous, like I don't understand like why she's eating, and then it starts to like happen, right? So that's why I'm thinking stress has a lot to do with it, but I don't think it's stress. Like it's
Right.
not big enough to be stress for me, right? But at this point, for all I don't know what my injury situation has done to my body. I don't. Physically, I know what it's done to my body. Internally,
Right.
I don't know what it's done. I don't know what the options are of what it can do. You know,
Mm.
have I been eating too much junk food? Um, was there 2.5 years where I didn't have a home cooked meal because I chose to order? Yeah. There was an
Mm.
everyday 2.5 year period where I did not make anything. It was all ordered in or all going out to our restaurant.
Yeah.
So maybe all that
Well,
fucking restaurant food and everything starting to like it could be so many options at this point.
yeah. I mean, I think well, personally, I think that you getting a job is a pretty big. That's a pretty big thing. I
Yeah, but
mean, you
this
know,
has been happening
okay, I
for
get it.
years though. I've had this issue
No,
for years.
I understand that. Like it's not a new thing. But the idea of you walking into a work and punching a clock and doing all that other stuff, you haven't had to do that for years, right?
Yeah.
So it's a new thing, right? That would be like that would be like somebody who all of a sudden they retire, right? They don't have to work. They've done whatever they wanted to do with their day. You know, they slept however long they wanted to sleep. They've done whatever they wanted to do, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, okay, well now you can't do whatever you want with your day. You gotta punch a clock. You gotta go to bed. You gotta do all this other stuff. So it's not that it's stressful for you. It's just something. It's new,
Yeah.
right? But in the same sense that that's not negative, right? You know, your sleep schedule is gonna get better. I mean, you're gonna be working and on your feet all day, so you're gonna be hungry as fuck,
Well, I'm
right?
hoping I'm working by Tuesday because if I seriously can't find any steel toe shoes that I can put my left brace in, factory work might be out of the option for the hiring agency. So I'm hoping I can find a wide shoe to put my brace into.
Yeah, I mean, you know, work boots generally are wider anyway. It just depends, right?
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I mean. I'm just
Um,
gonna go to a couple stores and just try on a bunch of shit, and hopefully one of them works.
oh yeah, just get yourself some like work pants and some other bullshit, right? And
Well, they'll let us know
put
tomorrow
a
what
bunch.
we need. Hopefully. Yeah, they should.
Yeah, yeah, you'll be fine. I mean, the good thing is, right, is like that'll you know even out that's one big huge thing off your list, right?
Yeah.
Once that's done, it's like, okay, I'm working again. You know, you guys have got your own place. Blah 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 blah. Right? I mean,
Yeah. I
you've
guess a
done
car
everything.
would be next. I guess.
Yeah, I like the car makes sense, right? It's just like, I mean, Kayla has her license, right? So
Oh,
even
never
if
mind then.
she,
Getting my license is next then. Fuck.
yeah, like I still need to get my G2. Like I just keep putting it off and putting it off, and I keep procrastinating and I keep procrastinating, and you know what? I shouldn't be, right? But this whole coronavirus thing has started this whole situation,
Yeah.
right? It started, but you know what? Like I can still go and do it. I just keep procrastinating, right?
Yeah.
That's one thing I hate about my personality is I procrastinate a lot. I do. I procrastinate a lot, like a motherfucker. My whole thing is that, oh, I don't have to do it right now because I can just do it later, right?
Yeah.
And then you end up turning into one of those people that they're 45 years old, and now they've been saying, "Oh, I can do it later" for the last 20 years,
Yeah.
right? And nobody wants to be that person. I mean, I've been saying, like, Jesus Christ, I got my license 2 fucking years ago, man. My license is expiring next year,
Oh, okay.
right? So actually, when is it expiring? Actually, because I really don't want to have to do the fucking G1 and shit all over again. That fucking sucked, man. So my driver's license expires, okay, March 9th of 2022. But still, man, it's almost 2021.
Yeah.
Okay, I got my license. My license is good for 5 years. I got my license in 2018. Okay, October 19th of 2018. This October will be 2 fucking years.
Wow.
And I haven't gone. I haven't gone to get my G2. This is one of the huge things that me and Kate fought about. We came up with like $600 to send me to driver's training, which included like a refresher course on the G1 and in-car training, and I just never went. I went to the in-car stuff. I passed the in-car stuff, but when it came to actually doing, the written stuff.
Yeah.
When it came to doing the fucking driver's test, I just didn't want to do it. You know, I've got one eye. My depth perception is fucked. It's scary. You know, it's basically think of operating a fucking 10,000-pound vehicle and then cover one eye and drive around.
Yeah.
Right? It's scary, man. And I guess I kind of always avoided it because I was always like worried that I was going to go and they were going to tell me, oh, you know, you shouldn't be driving. And then the reality of me never being able to drive a car for the rest of my life would become a reality.
Yeah.
Right? And that's a fucking scary thing, man, never being able to drive. Like, never, like, believe me, I would love to have a car. Like, don't get me wrong, I can't afford it. Like, it's expensive.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, it's hella expensive. Like, basically, it would be like, okay, have some extra money throughout the month or have a car. Right? I would be one of those people with a car, but with nowhere to go, because I don't have any money to go anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that in and of itself is not appealing. Right? But I've had tons of time to save up money. Like, I know I can get a car, because I got approved for auto loans and shit like that already. Right?
Yeah.
It was literally at the point where the guy was like, hey, just go on the website and pick out a car. But I did that. Yeah, seriously, that's the point that I was at. I was approved for the financing. All I had to do was just pick up the car. But I don't have a G2, so I can't drive the fucking car anyway.
All right.
Right? So...
I remember that. I bought a car a long time ago, and I couldn't fucking drive it, so I sold it to my dad. MX-3 Presidia, it was called, silver.
Well, exactly. Like, you know, the average person gets their driver's license when they're 16.
Yeah.
Okay? So, me and you are like 17 years behind.
Yeah.
That's a long fucking time. That's a long time, man. But, I mean, the difficult part is that obviously you can see, you know, you can drive, you can do all that stuff, right? It's just you just haven't gone and done it.
Yeah.
Right? And I can't give you shit about it because I haven't done it either. Right? And then obviously given the circumstances with like your foot and your feet and all that other stuff, you know, but it doesn't even matter. Like, you have a car, well, you know, at least Kayla can fucking, you know, go to work, she can do groceries, she can do all this other stuff. Like, you guys are probably spending a fortune every month on Uber. I know I am.
Yeah.
I know I am. And I don't have as much money as you guys do. And I spend a fortune on Uber. Like, I'm probably, every single time I order food, I'm probably spending anywhere between an extra $6 to $8.
Hostile control point detected.
So,
Oh, okay.
You imagine, well, listen, you got tips, you got taxes, you got Uber's processing fee, you got all this bullshit. So, I've ordered food from Subway before, right?
Okay.
So me and Kate used to go in, we would get 2 meals, eat for each other, drinks, everything, and we would leave and it would be like $28. I order one fucking combo from Subway, and it costs me $32.
Oh wow.
So people don't notice, like, the amount of money that you're spending. Uber is expensive. Uber is super expensive.
Yeah, I know it is.
Like, like, in comparison to having a fucking car, like, the average person doesn't even realize, like, you could honestly just have a car, right? Like, you're at the age now where they're not going to look at you. You're going to be a new driver.
But I won't be in the teenager fucking category.
No, you're not young, okay? Like, my first insurance that I ever got on my car, when we used to have the Sunfire, me and Steph, my first insurance that I ever got was $145 a month. Within 3 months of making my payments every month, it went down to like $115 a month.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay? So you figure you're just like me, you're a homebody, right? So what's the most that you're going to do? You're going to drive to work, you're going to drive to the grocery store, you're going to drive somewhere in Burlington to go get food or go to the store. So $40 to $60 is what you're going to spend in gas, maybe a week. Okay? So say you spend $150 a month on insurance, then, you know, you and Kayla are spending $50 a week on gas, which is probably realistic.
Yeah.
So that's another $200. That's $360. And then you just buy a car. Don't lease it. Don't do anything like that. Just buy the fucking car. So for $360 a month, you guys have your insurance paid and your gas.
Yeah.
And you are probably spending $150 to $200 a month just on Uber and all that other shit. Probably more than that. Because every single time you Uber somewhere, or Kayla Ubers to work, and then Ubers home, and then Ubers to Walmart, and then Ubers back home, you guys are probably spending $400 to $500 a month just on Ubers.
Yeah.
So put that into perspective. You guys could pay for your insurance, pay for your gas, literally go wherever the fuck you wanted. You guys want to go to Toronto for the weekend? Okay, there's some gas. You guys want to go to Ottawa? You guys want to go to the fucking States? You want to go to Florida? You want to go whatever? You want to go to Niagara? Just hop in the fucking car.
Nearby.
Like, seriously. Kate would put maybe $80 in gas, and we would go from Kitchener to Niagara and back, and Kate would maybe be at a quarter of a tank.
Yeah.
So realistically, it only costs about $30 to go from Kitchener to Niagara. Get in an Uber and do that. It would be like $180. So when I Ubered to your place and then back, that cost me almost $180.
Yeah.
Okay, $180. I could literally fill up the gas tank and I could drive to and from your place every day for like 2 weeks. I could drive, come see you, hang out for a couple hours, be like, all right, man, I'm going home.
I always
could
thought
do that almost.
Kitchener had fucking buses that came straight to Burlington at this point.
Yeah, but my whole thing was just the whole coronavirus thing, right?
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, so that was that whole thing. But more or less it's just putting it into perspective, right? Like, it's just, dude, every single time I order something, it's costing me like $10.
I know. I'm already thinking now because my job's so far away. I'm probably just thinking it's probably around $15 to $17 just to get there, so that could be almost $40 a day.
So yeah, so figure if you just took 1 day's worth of cost on Ubers and put that into your gas tank, you and Kayla, you could drive to and from work. Kayla could drive to and from work. You guys could probably do that for 3 days for $40.
Yeah.
Each of you driving to and from work. And
well, yeah, it's basically the way that I mapped it out. It's like every shift that I do, I have to minus 3 hours because that's how much it costs me to get there and back. So instead of an 8-hour shift, turns into a 5-hour shift, right?
Yeah, like you're.
But there's a bus stop right outside our apartment, man. So I'm hoping maybe I could just go old school and just fucking bus it there.
Yeah.
That would only cost fucking a couple dollars a day.
Yeah. But the problem is like, when does your what shift are you on? Are you on days, nights?
Afternoon, so at 2 to 10.
Okay, that's right in your wheelhouse anyway, because you're up there at that time.
Yeah, and if I have to on the way home, if I'm really tired, I'll take an Uber for just the way home. So it's only going to cost me all day $20, including the bus. If I take an Uber on the way home, because I don't know when buses run till Burlington. So.
Yeah. Well, does Kayla Ubers to and from work every day, right?
Yeah, that's only $7.40 though. It's actually not that bad actually. She works pretty damn close to where we live.
Yeah.
Hostile control point
So
detected.
does Kayla have her license?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, man, you could just go get a fucking car. Like, go get a car. You guys can afford it. You guys could easily get a... Okay, listen, if a single guy like me, whose credit is completely fucked, and I make half, not even half of what you guys make every month, if I can get approved for a car, you can get approved for a car.
Yeah, no, I know that. It's just we have nowhere to put it right now. Like I asked, like when we moved in, I asked if we were gonna have a parking spot, and he was like, well, at the time the underground garage was being done, and once it was done, I asked him again, and he was like, not yet, but hopefully in the future we can figure something out. So to be honest with you, I need somewhere to put it. I can't count on visitors parking being open all the time. I can't do that. So I need him to give me actual confirmation that I have an actual spot if I want to actually go buy a car. Because trust me, we were gonna buy one at when we were at my mom's. My buddy Yossi had one that Buddy was talking about. He's selling for like $3,000, and I was like, fuck, but where are we gonna put it? We can't park it back here. We can't park it on the road. We'd have to park it at the fucking plaza and then walk back. Like, it just made no sense. So once we moved here, I was happy. I was like, okay, we have a spot. And then I was like, okay, well, which one is it? And I asked him. He's like, yeah, you don't have a spot yet. I'm like, fuck. So.
Well, you know what? That's
I'll get on his
bullshit.
ass.
I wouldn't let that shit slide. I'd be like, dude, the amount of money that I pay for rent every single month, I'm getting a car and I need somewhere to park it.
I think he's actually waiting for these two people to move out that are supposed to be moving out. So they have locker rooms as well, and he's been leaving like notices in the elevator saying like room 107, 106, can you guys please remove your storage and vacate your parking spots? Because if you don't, eventually we're going to do it for you. And I just read the notice the other day in the elevator, and it looks like that's the last notice. It's like that stuff better be removed in a couple days or we're doing it. So I think one of those spots are supposed to be ours. That's what I'm thinking. I just don't think he wanted to tell me in a way where it's like, yeah, well, there's two people that are kind of supposed to move out and they're giving us a hard time. I didn't think he wanted to explain it that way to me. I think he just wanted to say, yeah, in the future, just, give me some time type thing. So that's my theory. But.
Yeah. I'm going to send you... This is the place that I applied at. Okay, so... I don't know. What's your what is your monthly income? Between you and Kayla. Like, how much do you guys make?
I actually don't know how much she makes, actually. I've never asked her.
Okay. Well, let's be realistic. She's making like $20 an hour. I think you were saying.
Probably,
so,
yeah, over,
yeah. She's making $1,400 a month. Okay? Really? Yeah, that's accurate because I made pretty much the same amount of money, and that's how much I made. And then how much do you get? You get like what, $5,000 or something? You said like 4,500.
Let's see, 3, 4, 8, 5,800. But 3,000 of that has to go towards rent, phone bill, electric bill, and yeah. So yeah, $3,000 always gets taken out for rent and all the side bills like the phone and stuff like that.
Okay, so you essentially pay all the bills. All right,
Oh no, she gives me 1,000 every month. So
okay, so right now between the two of you guys, after rent, bills, and everything, you guys make $6,400 a month. That's after everything. Okay?
Well, yeah, that's after like the phone bill and stuff. But like I didn't throw in groceries, weed. If 6,400 is the number that's left, I would probably put that down to about $5,000.
Okay, So you guys make $5,000 a month right now after everything else. After your groceries, after your rent, after your heat, after your hydro, after your internet, after your cell phones, after your weed, after everything. So basically you are in the fucking clear. So after that, you guys have $5,000 a month that you can live off of. So right now, you can literally walk into a place, go online, go to one of these companies, and be like, listen, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a basic four-door sedan, 2013 to 2014. I got approved for $150 bi-weekly. So it's $300 a month, okay? So this is what it would cost. So say you're going to be spending, okay, let's just make it realistic. You guys are spending $175 bi-weekly. You guys are spending $350 on your lease, plus probably $180 on your insurance. And then, like I said, you guys are spending probably $50 a week on gas. So an additional, let's just be realistic. Let's just even it out at $250 a month. So your car would only cost you $780 a month. Okay?
Yeah.
So that still leaves you with $4,200 a month left over. Now, not only that, add into the amount of money that you guys are saving on Uber. Okay? So yeah, Kayla's only $14 a day, but 14, 28, 56, $60 a week. That's $240 a month. On top of it, she decides to Uber to the grocery store, or Uber to Walmart, or Uber wherever. So just Kayla right now is spending probably $400 a month on Ubers. Just Kayla, okay?
Yeah.
Now, add on top of that when you decide to order food, or you decide to go somewhere, or you go to an appointment, or you go to work, or you do something like that. You literally, even if you guys were to get a car, you're saving money.
Yeah, I know. I've
actually
already
saving
done the math on that. I think timing was the only thing I was waiting for.
Well, I think, honestly, man, I think, you know what, I know for a certifiable fact, fucking, you know, I highly doubt that Kayla would have a problem with having a car.
Well, no,
And
that should be fine with it. Yeah, should be.
Yeah, exactly. So Kayla has absolutely no problem having a car. Also, add into the additional freedom. You know, you guys want to go to fucking Montreal? You guys want to go to Quebec? You know how many times, you know the one thing that I miss the most about Kate? Is just being able to go places.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, you know what I would really love to do? I would really love to go to Ottawa. Ottawa's fucking beautiful. Dude, it's beautiful to go to Ottawa. It's beautiful. Dude, it's a fucking beautiful city. You can go across the thing and you're in Quebec, and you can go to like all this like shit like.
Oh, he didn't move his character.
Detecting additional hostile.
What the fuck?
Incoming backup request. You have been promoted to group leader.
Sorry, I got booted.
That's all right.
Group leader.
I didn't move. Yeah, so I sent you that link to the place that I went to. Just be careful. When they run your credit, tell them not to just run your credit like an unlimited amount of times, but like I said, just tell them how much you want to spend.
Yeah.
So when I budgeted for you, I budgeted on the low end, so I said like 175. So like, dude, for fucking $400, $500, you can literally lease a brand new fucking like 2020 Honda Civic
Yeah.
for like $500. So you guys, if you really wanted to cheap out and you want to be like, listen, I only want like a fucking 2010, you know, Chevy Malibu, you know, with the basic shit like air conditioning and stuff like that, dude, realistically, you're probably looking at like $200 a month.
Yeah.
Like seriously, that's it. And the other thing is it's not hurting you at all financially. Financially, it's not hurting you at all. If anything, you're probably going to be saving an extra $100 to $150 a month. Plus, on top of that, you know, I mean, fuck, it'll make Kayla happy. It'll make you happy. It's less stress, right? And just do what I did with Kate. Like, Kayla picks you up from work.
Yeah.
Right? That's all you have to do. And don't worry about the ownership and shit like that, right? Don't worry about the ownership and all this other bullshit because, like, just put it in your name, right? Put it in your name or put it in Blink, whatever. I don't know. But honestly, man, if I was in your financial situation, I would do it tomorrow. I'd do it tomorrow.
Well,
just don't
I
have the
know
money.
I can't do it tomorrow because I don't have a spot for it yet.
No, I'm not meaning like, oh yeah, dude, I wanna see you have a car by Monday. That's not what I meant. I was saying that if, you know, if I was making $2,000 a month more than I'm making right now, then I would do it, right?
Yeah.
And again, these are all the reasons why me and Kate aren't together anymore. I didn't do this shit. I didn't do it. That's the main reason why me and Kate are no longer together. And it sucks. It really does. It does suck, man.
Yeah.
Because I didn't take advantage of any of the things that I had. You know, now it's like, oh man, I really wish I could get a car, but it's like, oh fuck, I actually can't afford a car.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, oh cool, so I'm going to get my license for no reason. Right? Believe me, making $3,500 a month feels much better when you're splitting that among two working people.
Yeah.
Like that's, I feel really bad for some people, man. Like I don't know how some people survive off of minimum wage. I don't know how they fucking do it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Reinforcements have arrived.
Someone's trying to fucking spooge us. Yeah.
I got him.
Ah! Yeah,
This is where I got the chatterbox.
yeah, this control point is level 3.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Cool. Well, that was easy.
Oh shit, watch it.
Okay.
No, they threw fire grenades at us, 2 of them. Where's the fucking boss? Yeah, you can tell it's alert level 3, they're all fucking yellows.
Grab some loot ski over there. Isn't this the one at the end we get to open the box or something?
Yeah, that's where hopefully the good items will come. Oh, here they come.
Yeah, because that's where I got the chatterbox on. Was it the chatterbox? Maybe it was the chameleon, I don't know. Oh dude, I forgot to tell you, I got a chameleon, or I was playing earlier today, and one guy got the chameleon and he dropped it,
Yeah.
and I picked it up, and one of the guys on the team was like, "Hey man, that was for me," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And
Hostile detected.
anyway, I compared it to the one that I had, and I was like, "Fine, I'll give it back." But I'm not gonna be a dick.
No, man, you gotta get those. Whoa, did you see all that splooge that just went up in the air there? Did you see that shit?
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up my baker's dozen. I did,
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you fucking got me. Okay, I'm not seeing any health bars. Oh, okay, there we go.
Where's this heavily armored leader they were talking about?
I think he's already dead.
Oh, that works.
Alright, should be back here.
Cascade's mask replica?
Supply room access
Oh,
unlocked.
let's see what's in the big bin. Crap. But this is stuff you want here, though. You want all these little boxes for electronics and steel and... Yeah, 5 steel, 5 electronics, 6 steel.
Oh, man.
You get tons of steel
Didn't
for
give me
doing
any-
this.
Didn't give me anything good this time.
No, I didn't
Remember
give me
last time
anything.
it gave me an exotic last time.
Let's go see what loot is down here, though. And then we'll do legendary.
Sounds like a plan, Stan.
Nothing good. Fuck.
So has Caleb been like pressuring you to like get back to work and shit, or was that
No.
no? Okay. Oh, I hear a grenade. Hey-ya!
Friendly control point detected.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That's the thing that I missed most, man. Just being able to go fucking places. I just want to go to Toronto for the day. Oh, hey, there's a big guy.
Yeah, grenade launcher guy, yeah. Ooh, we dropped a purple. And a yellow. Alright. Get this mission started.
Baz 12. Superior shotgun. Yeah, I'll pass. Pass, thanks.
Alright.
Your objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
I got a Tommy gun. Earlier, I didn't even know the Tommy gun was in this game.
Yeah, it is. It's alright,
Yeah,
but...
yeah, it's not that great. Not that great, but you know what? It's still cool. Still cool.
Oh, these motherfuckers. They're trying to bring supplies.
Oh, let's go take their shit. The fuck? Thanks for all your stuff.
Oh, they had water. Alright.
So some water, some steel.
Why did the
Thanks, buddy.
matchmaking stop?
Oh, I think we left the area probably.
Yeah. Alright.
I tried to do matchmaking earlier today and I couldn't find anybody.
Oh.
And then I tried to do the raid, and I was trying to matchmake on the raid, and I finally got into a raid match, and guys had no fucking idea what they were doing, so I was like, oh my god. These guys are already at the last part of the raid, so I didn't get any of the loot from the bosses, so I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking leave. Well, there's no point.
Well, we'll see how matchmaking works here. If it actually doesn't work too well, I might just call it a night, just because I have to watch a few safety videos before I go in tomorrow. So.
Oh, you gotta watch your Wimmis. Your Wimmis.
Well, no, it's not.
hazardous.
It's just a link that they sent me. I think it's just because of the COVID. They're just kind of giving you like how factories work now because of the virus and stuff like that.
Oh,
So.
well, okay. All right. Well, I gotta be up at like 7 a.m. for a maintenance window anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
We should be able to knock this out and.
I gotta get up
going.
at 6-ish because I got to go to Walmart first before I go to orientation.
Going to the Walmart.
Yeah.
You guys in fucking Walmart, man.
Well, we go to No
your,
Frills too. No Frills is cheap.
What's your what's your average? So whenever me and Kate notice, every single time we went to Walmart, we spent at least $100.
It's about 220.
Ours is like a minimum every time we went in. It's like Kate's like, you want to go to Walmart? I was like, no, because we're gonna spend like $100.
Yeah. I think our highest was probably like 390, but that's when we were buying ship for the new place here. So. Yeah, you know what, man? I'm actually gonna call this a night. I'm actually gonna watch the shit that I need to do before tomorrow. I'm actually not gonna slack on it.
Yeah, that's
So,
all good, man. I'm gonna go to bed anyway.
Everyone else there has probably worked in the last month or so, so I have to act like I've been there before.
Alright.
Alright, man.
Alright, man. Well, good luck with everything tomorrow, and if you're on, and we'll catch up.
Yeah, no, I'll be on. Yeah, no, they've already hired me. I just gotta go for interview. So I already know everything's good. I got nothing to worry about. And chances are I'm smarter than 90% of the people that show up, so I'll be good. So.
Yeah, you'll be fine, man. Hard work. You're just gonna sweat your ass off. It's been
I
a
know.
long time.
I know. I'm ready for it. Lose weight.
They're gonna be like, hey man, can you move this box? You're like, yeah, sure. You come back, you're like,
Yeah. He's like, I don't understand. There was just feathers in there. Oh.
You're like, they're like, are you okay? You're like, I think I'm having heat stroke. Drink lots of, bring them fucking, when you're at Walmart, get a water bottle.
Oh yeah, I will. Got the black lung, Pa.
Get a gigantic fucking water bottle and,
put ice in it and shit, yeah.
Yeah. And just like strap it to your fucking back. Alright, man. Well, good luck. I'll talk to you tomorrow after everything's done.
Alright, yeah, talk to you tomorrow, man. I'll be on early tomorrow anyway, around 7, so.
Alright.
Alright, man, take it easy.
Yep.
Peace.